You need to go watch the latest episode of Joe Rogan. Is not something I thought I would ever say on my page, but I'm saying it because he interviewed James Talarico, and if you followed my page, I have shouted James out before. He is a Texas state representative who is a staunch believer. He's in seminary school. He's a pastor. He's also used to be a middle school teacher. He fights against things like putting the 10 Commandments in schools and using religion over other people. And he's pro-choice and he's pro-LGBTQ and actually shows what it's like to live as someone who follows Christ. I want you to listen to some of what he says.
Staunchest defenders for the separation of church and state throughout American history were Protestant Christians, Baptists in particular, right? I mean, the letter Jefferson writes where he first uses that phrase, a wall of separation between church and state, was to the Danbury Baptists. Because, I mean, these Protestants were fleeing Europe as religious minorities, right? I mean, this is kind of essential to the founding of this country was religious freedom. You're in seminary, you're studying to become a minister. Why wouldn't you want the 10 Commandments in every classroom? But I grew up in a tradition that cherished the separation of church and state, not just because it protects the church or protects democracy. And so I told my colleagues that I thought the bill was unconstitutional, I thought the bill was un-American, but I went one step further and I said I thought the bill was un-Christian, which again probably sounds weird to people, but in all of Jesus' teachings, he's always focused on the outsider, the outcast, the person who's left out or the person who's different. And so as a Christian, I think my concern is for the Muslim kid and the Jewish kid, the Hindu kid, the atheist kid who's sitting in a classroom who now has a poster on the wall forced by the government that says, you know, your religion is inferior.
And he brings up how Christians have weaponized the abortion issue in the LGBTQ community to make this claim that you can't be a Christian and support people's right to choose and people's right to live. Well, James has an answer for that too.
If you're looking at a literal translation of it, a man lying with another man is an abomination. What do you think they were trying to accomplish?
If this was something that really was central to Jesus's ministry, I would think he would have said something about it, right? We have 4 Gospels with tons of teachings from Jesus, and none of them are about this.
And lastly, I couldn't have said it better myself.
True, though, that it's not us versus them. It's the top versus the bottom.
They have all the power. And again, this is very personal, given how important my faith is to me, but I'm a Christian, and I think there is no more dangerous form of government than theocracy. Because the only thing worse than a tyrant is a tyrant who thinks they're on a mission from God.